Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Kieran, and today I'm going to bring you guys another Runescape guide. Now this one's going to be a little bit different, because it's not actually going to be a skill guide like you might be used to on this channel, but it's actually going to be a money-making guide. Now it's going to be kind of like a mini-series, because it's going to be split up into 3 parts. This first part that you're watching right now is going to be how to make money for beginners, and collecting, and kind of low requirements, things like that. Things that don't require high skill and a sort of a high amount of money or combat, which I'll get into in later guides, which will be out in a couple of days. But for this guide, I'm going to be showing you guys how to collect some items, how to buy some items, things like that, low requirements, low skills, and can get you quite a decent bit of money without having to do that much. So let's get right into it. Okay, so if you're just starting off playing old school RuneScape, the first place you should go is the Stronghold of Security. Now this is located right in the middle of the Barbarian Village, which is just west of Varrock. Now, you're going to climb down this entrance here. I've already completed it and it takes quite a long time to do, but I'm not going to show you how to do it. All you do is go through all these, it's kind of like a massive maze, and you just go through the doors. Your answers can come with security questions like, who should I give my PIN number to, and things like that. So things like that make sure you're not, obviously, make silly decisions about your RuneScape life. But anyway, yeah, at the end of each floor, there are 4 floors, and at the end of each one you get a nice amount of money. You'll get 10,000 gold by the end of it, and also a nice pair of boots. Now there are monsters in here that will attack you, starting from the second one. Don't think the monsters in the first level will attack you, but in levels 2, 3 and 4 they will. So if you're a low level, make sure you bring some food, and maybe a friend along with you who can kind of help protect you from the monsters. But yeah, this is a really easy 10k, and it really helps in starting you off with your account. Okay, so the first method that I'm going to show you is collecting Steelplate Bodies. Now these Steelplate Bodies spawn in the middle of the lava maze, which is in level 44 Wilderness. Now to get there, you're going to be using the Wilderness obelisks. Now, what the obelisks do, you go inside one of them. The nearest one that will be easy to get to is northeast of Edgel, and what they do is they teleport you to random locations within the wilderness. So once you've found that you've teleported yourself into one of these 2 locations here that I've put on the screen, you can start running towards the west of the lava maze. Now I'll show you how to use the obelisks in a video clip coming up in a sec. But yeah, once you've reached the west of the lava maze, you basically just run through it. I mean, there might be a couple of high level monsters in there. When I say high, I mean like hill giants. There might be lesser demons in there. I think it's just mostly hill giants and things like that. So if you are a low level, bring some food. And also, whatever level you are, you need to bring a knife, because there are spider webs in there which you need to slice open. So literally you just run through the maze. It's not really that kind of a maze, you just do kind of a U-shape. And once you reach kind of the open area, you go through the gate, and there will be a Steelplate Body spawning there. Now, I wouldn't recommend waiting for the plate body to spawn again. I'd simply just hop into another world, and there should be another Steelplate Body there, unless someone has already taken it. But this method, it's not used that commonly because it is relatively dangerous, but once you have these Steelplate Bodies, you can do one of 2 things. You can either sell them to other players, or for some quick money you can sell them to Horvik in Varrock. Now he owns the kind of the shop that sells all the like plate bodies and chain bodies and things like that. So that should get you around 100k cash per hour. You can do probably 3 or 4 trips, and you make around 30k per trip, but obviously that depends whether you get killed. You shouldn't get killed too often if you're careful. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to get to those obelisks right now. Okay, so to get to the nearest obelisk that's close to kind of the mainland of RuneScape, you're just going to want to be north of Edgel. See, I've just crossed the ditch here, and you're going to run northeast. Now you're just going to follow this direction. You'll see a little river. You're just going to run alongside that, and you should see some kind of little major Zamorak here. Be careful of skeletons, they will attack you. You see a little mining site here, and you want to continue running just in practically a straight line northeast. Now I believe the obelisk is in level 13 Wilderness. Beware that obviously other players can attack you in this area of the wilderness, so please be careful. And there can be some dangerous monsters here, like mammoths. They might hit pretty hard on you, so be careful. So what you want to do, you want to activate this obelisk. And I am being absolutely destroyed here. So you're going to want to run inside of this little area here, and you are teleported in the obelisk. Now, this is actually a good spawn, because I believe I have spawned in the correct location that I want to be spawned in. Well, these are green dragons here. I believe the lava maze will be just north of you over here. Now, beware of the dragon. If you are a low level, I probably want to avoid that one, and you might want to go to the one that's west of the lava maze. So as you can see, the lava maze is north of here. So yeah, if you're a low level, you definitely might want to bring an anti-dragon shield, or you just want to go to the obelisk that is, it's just west of the maze over here. So you basically just run around here, and you should be able to see. There's some lesser demons here. Oh, yeah, it's just here. I just ran straight past it. So that's the entrance to the maze, which you should recognise from the map I showed you. So you're going to want to run all the way in the middle of it. Beware of obviously black knights, hill giants, things like that, and obviously webs. So you just run right through it, kind of doing a U shape, and you should be at the top where you can pick up your beautiful steel plate bodies. The next way to make money by collecting and buying is buying ores in the island of Jatitsa. Now this is actually one of my favourite ways to do it. It's not the best cash per hour, but it's kind of pretty unique as to how you do it, and I only found out about it recently, and I think it's a really nice way of making money. It's kind of pretty simple as well. So what you're doing, you're going to the ore shop in Jatitsa. Now, to get to Jatitsa, what you're going to do, you're going to have completed the Fremnik Trials quest, and you have to start Fremnik Isles. Now, you don't actually need the requirements of Fremnik Isles, you just need to complete Fremnik Trials. Then you can start Fremnik Isles without needing any of the requirements, and you basically gain access to the island straight away. So once you get on the island, you're going to head north to the bank, and then from the bank, you're going to head west, and there's going to be an ore shop. There'll be the owner called Hring. I'm going to show you all about it in just a second in a clip. And basically, you're going to want to buy gold, silver, and coal for really, really cheap amount of money. You kind of gain about between 150 and 200 cash profit per ore you buy. So obviously, if you're buying loads of ores, you're going to be making quite a lot of profit. Now, obviously, you're going to need money to start doing this, but obviously, you should have that through ways that I talked about earlier, and also you should be a decent level anyway from the Fremnik Trials quest, because you have to have done that quest to be able to do this. But that's a pretty easy quest, and requirements aren't that hard to get. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to get to the island and how to get to the store, and recommend everything you want to do in just a second. Okay, so from the town of Relica, which is located north of kind of Camelot and Sis village, you're going to want to talk to the guy here, and you're just going to right click Ferry Jatitsa. As I said, you need to have started Fremnik Isles to be able to do this, but I talked about that earlier. So once you reach the island, which I should do in a second, even though it says I'm here, so yeah, you're going to reach the island, and you're just going to head north into the actual town, which my character will do now. I'm not actually going to bring cash with me, I'm not going to buy any ores, I'm just going to show you the price and how much cheaper they are than the actual thing. So you just want to, obviously the bank is over there, and you're going to head into this shop here, and you're going to talk to the guy called Hring. Now this guy might have bought out the stock already, which he actually has, or most of them. So you're going to want to be buying silver, coal, and gold. So gold is 178, silver is 82, and coal is only 58. Now, if you bear in mind what the actual prices are, I think gold is around, it can range from about 300 to 400 GP each. Coal is about, I'd say about 300, 200, 300 cash, and silver is about 200 as well. So you're making a lot of profit per ore that you buy, and if you keep doing that, you might want to hop worlds, and if the stock runs out, and you should be able to buy it back straight away in a different world, and you'll be making yourself quite a nice bit of money. Okay, the next method, which involves collecting again, but this time you're going to be collecting blue dragonhide scales. Now these can be found in Tabby Dungeon. Now this is quite a dangerous method. I'd recommend being quite a high level, at least in like 20 or 30 combat, and you definitely want to bring an anti-dragon shield with you, as there are dragons within the area. And also you want to bring a dusty key, although I'm not going to show you how to get that dusty key. I'll do that in maybe another tips and tricks video. They're pretty easy to get, you can find another guide on it or something, but just because of time restraints, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to show you how to get it in this video. I would recommend 37 magic, so you can teleport yourself to Falador. That will really quicken the process, because all you do is run through this. You need, I believe it's a 5 agility that you need to cross this. Then you run straight up and through this dungeon, and I'm going to show you how to get through that dungeon right now. Alrighty, so once you are inside the dungeon, you will basically see the dragon straight away, but unfortunately you need 70 agility, I believe it is 70, to squeeze through that pipe. Now don't worry if you don't have that, because it only takes about a minute to run round. So what you're going to do is you're going to run past these skeletons here and open this door. Now be aware these suits of armors will come alive, like so, but just ignore them, they won't do any harm, apart from hit you with their sword, and run through this door here. Now keep running. It is quite a long way. Obviously, energy potions will help you with this run, because it does involve quite a lot of running. And obviously, if you have a high agility level, that means you run out of run energy less often. But you want to kind of aim for this area here. If you click there, your character should just run all the way there, so you can just sit back and relax. Also, the place where you get the dusty key, I kind of show you the direction to it. Obviously, I said I'm not going to show you in this video because of time constraints. I don't want to make it too long. But it's basically just south of here. You kind of enter a little room and you have to kill this prisoner guy. I'll probably do it in a later video, kind of little tips and tricks how to get certain items, but it's down that passageway there where you can kill the guy to get the key. Anyway, we're going to keep running through here. If you have energy potions, using them, they'll be very helpful, and they'll increase your money made per hour, because these are only like 1k a potion, and you can make them quite easily. Anyway, make sure you have your anti-dragon shield. That is very critical, and you actually need to use the key on the gate. Now once you're inside, you will see kind of loads of bones here, and the scales are right here. Now you can, these go for about 800 GP each. I will take auto retaliate off so you don't attack the dragons back, and then simply run around and collect the scales. Now you can, I'm not sure how quick the respawn time is. If there's not a lot of people in your world, I would just simply recommend just hopping worlds. That'll probably be the quickest way. But yeah, these sell for about 800 each, and if you have a high defense level, the dragons shouldn't hit you too hard. And this is a pretty good way of making money. Okay, the next method which I'm going to show you is picking flax and or spinning bowstring. Now, flax and bowstring are used to, obviously the bowstring is used to string bows, which is used for the fletching skill to get easy fletching XP. So that means they are always in high demand, so you'll always find people who are buying and selling bowstring. So it's obviously then it'll be a very reliable source of money for you. Now if you don't have 10 crafting, then you can just pick flax and sell it. That will get you around 80k cash per hour. But if you have 10 crafting, I would recommend buying flax and then spinning it, or picking flax and then spinning it. Either way, it will get you around 125k XP per hour. Obviously that includes the profit from buying the flax and then spinning it. If you want to do that way, that will be a good way to get crafting XP. It gets you around 20k XP per hour, which is pretty good at low levels, and obviously makes you a nice bit of cash as well. And the good thing about this, it has absolutely no requirements. So as soon as you start off RuneScape, you can basically go off here, pick some flax and sell it, and that's basically easy cash made without basically doing anything in RuneScape. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to do it in just a second. Okay, so on a typical run, you're going to want to head south from the bank, and if you're just straight out spinning the bowstring, you're going to enter that building there. I'll show you about that building in just a second, but if you want to pick the flax, then you run south, and you kind of head like southeast, and you will see a big field full of flax. Now, you can kind of click these multiple times, and then see each plant has about 4 or 5 you can pick. Obviously, it's good to go in a big clustered area like this, which means you can pick loads. Anyway, you get the idea. It does require quite a lot of clicking. So if you want to use your mouse keys, which I talked about in an earlier video, I think I talked about that in a work in progress video. Check out that seriously if you haven't already. But yeah, you press F5 on your keyboard. No, just 5 on the right hand side of your keyboard, and that will act as a left click for you. But anyway, once you have your flax, you're going to head up the stairs in this room, up the ladder, and use the flax on the spinning wheel. And see, that'll do it there. Actually, the best way to do it is just to click on the spinning wheel and then just press X. If you want to make all 28 that you should have in your inventory, just kind of spam it, and you'll make yourself a nice amount of experience and gold there. You get, I believe you get 15 experience per one new string, which is pretty decent-ish XP, and it makes you quite a nice bit of money. So yeah. Another way to make quite easy money is to do lore running. Now what this involves is you bringing pure essence to the lore altar, which is in Trana, and then the rune crafters will just give you lore runes in return. Now why do they do this? This is so they can craft lore runes basically consistently without having to make trips to the bank, so that will increase their XP per hour, so they get their levels more quickly. Now Trana is an island which doesn't allow any weapons or kind of armor or anything, so make sure you don't bring that. I'd recommend just bring 26 or 27 pure essence, 26 if you want to bring energy potion, which I do recommend, and you bank at Drain a Village, which you can use an Amulet of Glory for. If you don't have an Amulet of Glory, which has charges, or if you don't have one at all, you can simply walk back. So I'm going to show you how to get there in just a second. Okay, once you reach Port Sarim, you're going to be wanting to run up here and then towards this area here where you'll see the monks of Trana. As again, make sure you don't have any weapons or armor on you whatsoever, and right click on the monk and say take boat, and the monk will smile at you creepily and allow you to board the boat. So once you are on Trana, which I should be on in a second, you want to cross the plank and follow where I run. Now you're going to be wanting to run through here and through the church, which is east, and then north. Straight north after you exit the church, and there will be the lore altar there. Now, the world for this is world 341. Now, it is quite early in the morning where I am at the moment. I live in London, so there might not be many people here, if any at all. But there is actually one. I believe if you're here to trade him, which I believe he is, if you trade him, offer him your pure essence. What he'll do is he'll give you pure essence and lore runes in return. So therefore you don't actually lose any essence whatsoever. He gives you some in return, and you also get 27 Laurens. So it's a really good workout for you, and it's a nice, good way to make yourself quite a nice bit of money. So yeah, that'll make you quite a nice amount of Laurens. It's a pretty easy thing to do, and it will make you a nice bit of money. See, there's lots of people here doing it now. So anyway, let's get on to the next step. Okay, so the final way which I'm going to show you how to make money from collecting items, etc, in this episode is looting from PKs. Now, this is going to be in World 1 or 2, and what will happen is, obviously there could be quite a lot of people killing each other for epic loot, and a lot of the time they will leave some drops behind that won't be very valuable to them, but might be very valuable to you. Now, if you pick loads of these up, it will end up being quite a lot of money in the long run. Now, this can range, it's pretty inconsistent, it can range from 100, 300k or even more per hour, depending on how lucky you are. I mean, some people might forget to pick up their like dragon dagger or something that they get, so really, if you're lucky, you can get quite a nice bit of money. But for the most part, what people don't pick up due to a lack of inventory space is sharks and prayer pots. Now, prayer pots, along with other kind of super restore potions, they're about 15k each. So if you manage to find a few doses of them, even like a 1 dose, if you collect them over time, that will be quite a nice bit of money. Sharks as well, and basically just anything that seems to be worth of value for you. Obviously it goes to a bank, so you can bank relatively quickly. People shouldn't kill you. If you wear nothing, people won't be interested in killing you. It will just waste their own time and supplies. So if you're an absolute scavenger and a worm, you can make money doing this. It's pretty inconsistent, as I said, it's based on luck. But yeah, it can be a very rewarding way to make your money. Okay, so that is going to conclude this episode of money making in old school RuneScape. I hope you enjoyed this. If you learned anything new and any kind of new methods on how to make money in old school RuneScape using kind of collecting and buying things without many skills, now please let me know if you enjoyed that, if you learned anything new. And if I missed out anything, please let me know, because that can mean I might be able to make some pretty good money myself. So anyway, there will be 2 more episodes in this series, the second of which will be the making money with skills, and the third one will be making money with combat. Now those should be out within a few days. So thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter @RealCheckpoint. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.